Hope everyone's doing well. Good day today. We are in Edmonton, back finally finishing this physiotherapy clinic. This is the one we framed twice, if you remember. We framed it and then they changed the whole layout. We came back, framed it again. And then we waited forever for permits. So they got all their permits and everything. We got the electrical and plumbing passed, so we're drywalling and taping now. Time to get her done. So I'm going to be going live. Sorry about that. I'll be going live from here to talk about various things, okay? Just for like an example, I will be talking about how we finished into the windows, okay? I'll be doing a stream and video on how we do that. Today I shot a video on how I drywalled the inside of this wall first, okay? I got a video, and that's what I'm also talking about today on this live stream. If you can notice, right off the bat here, I got a butt joint and a bevel joint here, okay? We have pocket doors, and the studs on the pocket doors don't line up to the studs in the wall. So what we do in here is this is the greatest thing about doing offices, guys, is being able to stop your board halfway on the back of this stud allows you to pretty much do your layout any way you want. So I've kept it so all the joints are above the door. So we only have a little bit to tape above the door. Okay, that's it. And of course the screws. Let me show you here. One joint, bevel joint here in the middle. So I cut this, whatever it was, 45 or whatever. And then this one here was just a small 47. Okay, nice, beautiful. Only one joint above that door. It's gorgeous. I map out all of my steel because I have to know where, because these are 1-inch screws go into the pocket door studs, and 1.25 go into the other ones. So if you can see, right, these are the pocket doors. If you use an 1.25 screw, it's going to stick out 1/4 inch. Okay, the 1 inch is the right size to use for pocket doors. Okay, you can kind of see right there how it just hit the inside there. Okay, that's the 1-inch screw. Now, on the back side here, I laser in every sheet, by the way, too, so everything's level. And the reason why I do that is so I can keep this joint as tight as possible. So in theory, when I smack this piece into this piece, it should be level, right? And I am screwing it in all the way up, okay? Just like a bevel almost, okay? I'm putting a straight sheet in for this side, and I'm cutting for the wires on the second one, but that's all hidden behind the stud, okay? So that's what it looks like from behind. See, there's no track down there either, so you kind of got to know where your steel is so you can, get your screws in properly. So I got all kinds of tricks for that. I'm showing you how I get the sheets on and router all that out as well with the video coming. If you guys have any questions too, please feel free to ask. But yeah, you can see this long run here. Okay, in this whole building, that's probably the hardest part of this job is this inside wall, okay? So once I get that done, everything else is pretty much gravy, okay? So on the outside here, you want your bevels to line up, so it's gonna be a little tricky. We might have to, but I'll show you how to do that as well when we get to that. So yeah, most of the time, it's only a 16-inch butt joint, okay? I had one that was bigger on over here. It was a weird layout. So I had a bit of a bigger joint at the top, or like a piece, but it doesn't matter. But it's usually a 15/7/8, okay, or a 16. That's what you're putting in as a butt joint. But then you can see there's no seam on the long studs. There's no joints to tape. It's beautiful, right? So the way it's set up is we're going to minimize our joints inside the room as well. I'll be showing you guys that as well, but this is pretty simple. Okay, once the exterior wall's done, there's going to be some messing around here. We got inserts coming for the windows. Okay, we have little pieces of mullion coming that are going to go in, and then we'll finish to the mullion, the window mullion. Anyways, you'll see how that goes, and then you tear away. But I have a little trick here. Let me show you. So a lot of times when you can't screw off you can't reach around and you're working by yourself, you can't screw off these floater studs. I just stick I'll stick a stud or something in there to space it, okay? That'll hold it in there just enough. It'll go through there, but it'll hold it in just enough so that I come around and I don't have to, reach or have somebody help me, okay? I just boop, 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 boop. And if it's if it's bigger spacing here, okay, I'll just find something bigger and I can just jam it in there, okay? And that's how I screw it off by myself. Super cool. Hey, appreciate you guys hitting the like button for me, by the way. Thank you so much. I super appreciate that, dudes. And so yeah, the studs are facing this way, okay, right? So technically you're starting from this. I did draw my 16s from this wall going this way. Hey, Maker Mark, what's happening, bro? Oh yeah, I am definitely beat, yeah. Most definitely. But yeah, so in this first room, for example, I went full 48 and then another 48. And then I have a piece that ends halfway behind this stud to fit in here. Then there's only the two joints. There's this one above the door and there's one long one. Any other way you would have done it, you would have added another long joint and you still would have had this little joint, okay? I eliminated a joint by going max out and ending halfway on this stud. They don't have to pass all the way through. Okay, and there's wires, okay? There's wires in all of them anyways, so you might as well don't mess around, just stop it halfway on, okay? There's wires in every single one, right? So just stop it halfway behind that stud and make it so that it maximizes the coverage for the drywall so that you don't have as many joints, right? So if you're going just putting sheets all the way through, okay, you are going to end up with all kinds of joints. Okay, we probably eliminated, you're going to eliminate joint there, joint there, joint there, joint there, joint there, joint there, joint there. That's a lot of joints, okay? A lot of time you're saving yourself when you're on the taper as well. So, but either way, you want to do it right for the tapers, okay? So that's how it's done. This is the proper way, okay? I haven't had a job like this in so long. I don't think I've had a job like this since before I started YouTube even. So this is fantastic for me to have a chance to kind of show you this kind of drywall, this style, right? Because these are pocket doors, right? These are big sliding pocket doors, 30-inch pocket doors centered to the room, okay? So it's a little different of a system than if you were to, just do like these normal doors, right? The steel press doors. There's a different way to do it then as well. But the same concept can still apply where you land halfway on the back of that stud, okay? But yeah, it's pretty easy. Like I'm saying, I laser in every sheet. I'm lasering it in just because I like to do that. You can see my cuts are perfectly tight in there, right? Like I don't have to angle cut, nothing's angled. It's all beautiful and neat and tidy, right? So it doesn't take that long. It took me 3.5 hours, guys. 3.5 hours to drywall all of this by myself. Okay, this whole back side, okay, 3.5 hours, I was all by myself, no problem, okay? And I wasn't like giving her either. I was, just whatever, right? But no, it turns out really nice. It's really, really easy to do, okay? You just don't get intimidated by it, right? So now when you have this sheet halfway on the stud or to the wire, right? It's easy for the sheet that you're butting in on this side, just go bottom up, and I don't measure out ever. I always go 1.25 inches, okay? I just come out 1.25 inches for that. But I measure up and down, like the ups. That's it, okay? That is it, boys. But yeah, you can see how many screws I put in. That's how many. I got lots of them. So I got this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 screws, and those are 10-foot sheets. Hey, man, what's up, Bob? Yeah, so I would say 40 sheets. 40 sheets, it should be kind of like your target, like your minimum, right? You should be getting on 40 sheets a day. Now, sometimes if you're not going to do that, okay? Like, for example, if all day long what you're doing is like the backside of this, right? You're not going to get your 40 sheets. But when you spend good time doing the hard stuff first, right? Like that, the end, oh man, you're gonna get like 60 sheets on the next day, right? Doing all the gravy, okay? I don't like when I hate that. Going in and doing all the gravy first is just the wrong thing, the wrong attitude. Get the garbage out of the way first, right? And always do, like I'm saying, the insides of your rooms. Get your floaters tied in, and then any room that needs to be insulated, okay, right? You want to have this is too bad. This room here has to be insulated up my. But anyways, we're going on the inside in here because this other room here needs to be insulated as well. So, but yeah, 30. You should be aiming for 40 sheets a day. If you're by the hour, that's kind of what most companies will say too. Is hey, XP Bottle, what's up, brother? Am I hiring framers? I am thinking about it. Yes, I am seriously considering it. My buddy is buddy's going away for 2 months of vacation, and I'm gonna need somebody to work with for those 2 months. The jobs keep piling up, and I certainly am thinking about it, bro. Hey, yeah, that would work. Yeah, buddy. The middle of June to middle of August. Okay, so make a mark. Would I say systems? So which systems are important in productive construction? Like systems, like having that would be great, dude. Yeah, we could work that out. Yeah, man, if you're serious, shoot me an email, man. Yeah, bro. So systems. If I think I know what you mean properly, I always have a system. Yeah, just shoot me an email. Chris@constructionkronies.com. So yeah, and I'll reach out to you. Yeah, that'd be sick. So yes, I have a system for everything. Always, yes, always. I always do it the same way. I put my screws in the same spot in every sheet all the time. There's only one proper place for screws, and I put them in that spot every time. Okay, so for example, right? You can see here, this is a little bit weird because it's a pocket door, but corners. Okay, you never go close to a corner. Okay, you keep your screws always like a minimum 1 inch to a corner. .com, Chris@constructionkronies.com. Yeah, bro. I always go 1 inch in from the studs in the corners. Okay, the screws in the field, knee, waist, chest, reach. Okay, in the bevels. So when I'm drywalling, let's find a bevel somewhere. Actually, over here in the front, the very first one, there's a bevel. When I'm doing stand-ups, for example, I tack the sheets in every 2 feet, okay, where the knockouts are. Okay, where the knockouts are, I tack in the sheet. That tells me when I come back and when I lock everything in, is when I come back and screw everything off, okay? Because that way, if the bevels bust, it's not going to push the sheets out of level. So when I'm screwing off, I just go in between that 2 feet, okay? So I have screws every 1 foot in the bevel. But yeah, always, I do everything the same way. I always do the insides of my rooms and get all my floaters tied in. I get all the hard stuff done, okay? Like a mechanical room or something, I'll hit that first, This is our electrical room, but this is nothing, right? Like there's nothing in here. The equipment's hanging up there. There's a couple panels, like this is nothing, right? So, but yeah, you have to have a system. Our framing, we have systems for everything. It's like you got to be a robot. You literally have to be a robot and eliminate your human nature to be creative, and try different things. It's just like, man, I've tried it every way. There's all kinds of guys that say, oh, this way or this way or this way or that way. I've tried them all. I very, very rarely somebody will tell me something that I haven't done before, okay, which is great when they do, but I know I've done it, right? So you have to be a robot. You got to be a robot. Don't think, just do, okay? It's the same thing every single time. Yeah, brother. Yeah, Maker Mark. Yeah, word up, bro. 100%, dude. Even when we're framing, we have a system. We do the layout. we get, you know, we have a team now, so we just kind of split up, and one guy will lay down the track, and yeah, like one guy will be like I can like be going ahead, usually getting the studs cut and doing the layout on the track behind him, and then yeah, when he's doing the top track, now I'm putting studs in and squaring off and all that, and I get all the headers pre-cut and the header studs pre-cut. You know, it's a system. Everything's a system. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, right on, buddy. I'll talk to you a little bit later on when I get back to the studio. I'll check my email. That's awesome, bro. That's hilarious. But yeah, consistency is key. Yeah, you know, pricing these jobs, like, too, guys, like, I just, like, I have a lot of experience and I know how long it takes to do things. So that's why I can price things so quickly and easily, right? And with confidence, is because, like, I just kind of know, like, I can look at the prints, like, that's going to be this much of material. And, you know, I add up all the square footage and linear footage and all that, and I'll know how long it's going to take me to do it, and I know how much we want to make every day, and I know some days are going to be higher than lower, and, you know, so I want it to be a nice average, right? But my battery's going to die on me, dude, so I better let you guys go. Battery's going to die. I will be live again tomorrow from this site, so Saturday I'll be back here. Typical process on insulated walls is to hang one side of the wall, then the insulators do their thing, and you come back to close it up. Yes, exactly, yes. So, but we do everything, like we do the framing, installation, and taping, and T-bar, and we do the backing, and we do all kinds of shit. But yes, 100%. You drywall, and when you're doing that, you wanna help the installation guys out. So, for example, you see the offices here, okay? If all of these are getting drywalled, you're gonna wanna leave them a whole room to drywall, okay? So this first of all, this whole backside, if this was to be insulated, it's ready to go, okay? You go and you get this whole wall done for the insulators on the inside, so they can do it from the hallway, right? You gotta think about the insulators, make it easy for them. And then I would drywall this side of the wall, and the back side of this wall, okay? That way they can insulate the inside, these two walls, right? And then I would drywall that wall, right? I would drywall this one, so then drywall, okay? And then I would drywall this side, that way they can insulate here. Again, I would drywall this side over here, okay? And I will drywall this back side here, that way they can insulate the inside of the room. Okay, and then, but you don't leave the inside like this open for them, because that'll be harder for them. Okay, you drywall the whole thing, the inside of that, so that they can literally just hop on a baker and go. You know what I mean? So, and if this side's insulated, you want to drywall the other side. But yeah, you bet, no problem, brother. Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys hitting the like button for me. That is amazing, guys. Thank you so much for watching. There's lots to talk about here. We're just getting started again. So yeah, I'll make sure I will go live on the daily. If you guys have questions or want to see something specific, leave me a little note or a question in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.